Hello and welcome to Replacement Player Baseball. Today we're going to see Game 3 between the Cubs and Giants in San Francisco. Cubs and Giants have split the first two games, with the Cubs winning yesterday's game in a dramatic 4-2 extra inning victory. Today's game is going to feature a starting pitcher for the Cubs of the newly acquired James Paxton. He is going to be making start number 14. He is 9-0 with a 2.87 ERA, 0.84 WHIP. And the Cubs lineup today is going to include Ian Happ playing second base, followed by Santana, Bryant, Ozuna, Bradley, Bogaerts, Hayward, Ramos, and the pitcher Paxton. Andrew Triggs is going to be making the start for the Giants. He is making start number 22. Standing in at 7-6, he has a 5.08 ERA, 1.24 WHIP. And the Giants lineup will include Billy Hamilton, Austin Slater, Wilmer Flores, Yasiel Puig, Buster Posey, Yolmer Sanchez, Mauricio Dubon, Brandon Crawford, and the pitcher Andrew Triggs. It is 66 degrees today in San Francisco. The wind is blowing in from center at 7 mph. And let's get this game rolling. The Giants' Andrew Triggs is standing on the mound, facing the Cubs' Ian Happ, leading off this game. The Cubs come into this game third place in the NL Central, 50-56 record, facing off with the Giants, who are fourth place in the NL West at 48-59. The Cubs and Giants have split the first two games they've played against each other this season. Now Andrew Triggs is making a 2-2 pitch to Ian Happ, and Happ strikes out swinging. That is out number one. Danny Santana now the batter, 1-1 count. Triggs coming set with the pitch. And that's line past first base into right field. A single for Danny Santana with one out. So he is on first. Chris Bryant is coming up. Bryant has been hot lately, coming in with 16 home runs, 64 RBIs, and a .315 batting average, 401 OBP. One ball count to Bryant, and he pops it up to center. Billy Hamilton heading back toward the track and making the catch for out number two. However, Danny Santana decides that he is going to tag up and try to get to second because Hamilton caught that ball running away from the infield. Santana, with a heads-up base running play, is able to advance to second and make that a sacrifice fly. Marcell Ozuna is now going to bat for the Cubs with two outs and a runner in scoring position, 2-2 count. And Ozuna swings and misses at the changeup for strike three. Well, the Cubs get a base runner, but he's stranded. We go to the bottom of the first inning. It is 0-0 in San Francisco. Billy Hamilton coming up to lead off for the Giants. He's had a big series against the Cubs so far. 1-2 count from James Paxton. And looking in, Paxton, waiting for the sign. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike three. And Hamilton heads back to the dugout. Slater now batting. One out, nobody on. 0-2 pitch from Paxton. Swing and a miss for strike three. And Paxton rings up the first two batters that he faces. Wilmer Flores now coming up. Two outs, nobody on. 3-1 count from Paxton. Here's the pitch. Grounder towards second. Happ has it, throws to first, and that is out number three. Giants retired in order. We go to the top of the second, 0-0. Jackie Bradley stepping up for the Cubs, leading off in the top of the second inning. 1-1 count, Triggs with the pitch. And that is lined right at the first baseman. Flores made about a half of a step to his right and caught that line drive for out number one. Bogaerts now batting, one strike count. And Bogaerts pops it up behind second base. The shortstop goes back, Center fielder Hamilton comes in, and he makes the catch for out number 2. Hayward now batting, 2 outs, nobody on, 2-2 count. Hayward waiting for the pitch. Popped up to right, coming in and making the play is the right fielder Puig for out number 3. Going to the bottom of the second, 0-0. Puig now leading off in the bottom of the second inning after making that defensive play to end the top of the second. 3-1 pitch from Paxton. Grounder towards short. Bogarts has it. Throws to first, and that is an out on a bang-bang play over at first base. Puig not happy about the call, but he heads back to the dugout grumbling, and now Buster Posey is batting. With 1 out, nobody on. 1 ball count. Paxton with the pitch. That is lined into center field. That looks like a diving catch out in center field for Jackie Bradley, and he makes the catch, robbing Posey of a base hit. So Sanchez now comes up, 2 outs, nobody on, 1 strike count. Paxton working. That's lined into right field. Hayward going back, and he makes the catch, shy of the track for out number 3. Going to the top of the third inning, it is 0-0 in San Francisco. Wilson Ramos leading off for the Cubs in the top of the third. Triggs with an 0-2 count making his pitch. And that's popped up in foul territory. Third base side, the catcher and third baseman converge, and Sanchez makes the catch for out number 1. Paxton now batting, 1 out, nobody on. And Paxton grounds it towards short. The play is made in deep short, thrown to first, and that is out number 2. Ian Happ now batting, 2 outs, nobody on. Happ struck out his first time up. Here's a 1-2 pitch from Triggs. And that's a liner down the left field line. That's going to be extra bases. Happ rounding first, heading towards second. He is going to slide into second with a 2-out double. Happ now in scoring position as the next batter, Santana, comes up with 2 outs and a runner on second. 1-2 count to Santana, and that one gets away. That's a wild pitch. Posey chases it to the backstop, but he has no chance as Happ advances to third unopposed. Santana now batting with a 2-2 count, waiting for the pitch, and he swings and misses for strike 3. Well, the Cubs get a runner, but he does not score. We're going to the bottom of the third inning of a 0-0 ball game. Mauricio Dubon leading off for the Giants in the bottom of the third inning, facing James Paxton. Here is the first pitch from Paxton, and that is popped up to right. Hayward heading over, and he calls off Bradley and makes the catch for out number 1. Crawford now batting, 1 out, nobody on. Paxton with the first pitch to Crawford. And that's grounder toward first. It gets past Santana down into the right field corner. Rounding first, heading for second is Crawford. The slide, the throw, and he is safe. So that's the first base hit of the game for the Giants here in the bottom of the third inning. A 1-out double for Brandon Crawford, bringing up the pitcher, Andrew Triggs. Triggs with an 0-2 count, waiting for the pitch from Paxton. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Paxton threw the gas at 94, and Triggs could not catch up with it. Now Billy Hamilton is the batter. 2 outs, 1 man on. Scoreless tie here in the bottom of the third inning. And he hits a ground ball toward first. Santana has it, takes it to the base himself, and that will be the 3rd out of the inning. So Hamilton is retired on the ground out. We go to the top of the 4th. Bryant will lead off for the Cubs against Andrew Triggs. Chris Bryant waiting for the 3-0 pitch. And that's a grounder towards short. The throw goes to first, and Bryant is retired for out number 1. Ozuna now batting, 1 out, nobody on. 1 strike count to Marcell Ozuna. And here's the pitch. Ozuna crushes that one left center field, but I think it's not going to be quite deep enough on the warning track, and the play is made. for out number 2. Billy Hamilton covered a lot of ground, but he got to that play. And now Jackie Bradley is the batter with 2 outs and nobody on. 1-1 count to Jackie Bradley. That's lined into right center field. That is going to get down for a base hit. Bradley rounding first, but thinking better of it, heading back to the base for a 2-out single. Xander Bogaerts now batting. 2 outs, nobody, or 1 man on. Full count, and Bogaerts pops it up to center. Hamilton barely moves and makes the catch for out number 3. So the Cubs get a 2-out single, but the runner does not advance. We go now to the bottom of the 4th. It is a 0-0 game in San Francisco. James Paxton working against Austin Slater to lead off the Giants half of the 4th inning. Here's a full count pitch from Paxton. And that is strike 3 called. Paxton gets him looking on the fastball. Now Flores is the batter. 1 out, nobody on. First pitch from Paxton to Flores. And that's a liner into center field. That's going to be shallow enough that Bradley will not get to that one. With a 1-out single, Flores standing on first, and now Puig is the batter. 1 out, 1 man on. 2-2 count. And Puig swings and misses at the fastball for strike 3. Fastball at 94, and Puig chases it that was down and in. So Buster Posey now batting. 2 outs, 1 man on. 1 ball count to Buster Posey. And that's a liner down the right field line. That's going to be extra bases. It goes all the way to the wall. Hayward hustles it back in. Posey is going to have a double. The runner, Flores, stops at third. So we have second and third. 2 outs now. Paxton is going to need to try to retire Sanchez to end this inning. Paxton working with a 2-1 count. Here's the pitch. That's a grounder to third. Bryant has it. Throws over to first, and that will retire the side. Score that one 5-3 in the official scorebook. The Cubs navigate a bit of a jam, but we go to the top of the 5th inning now of a 0-0 ball game. Jason Hayward leading off for the Cubs in the top of the 5th. Here's a 3-0 pitch to Jason Hayward. And Hayward takes low for ball 4, so he heads down to first on the free pass. Wilson Ramos now batting. Nobody out. 1 man on. Cubs trying to break this scoreless tie. 2-2 pitch to Ramos. And that is hit hard left field over the left fielder's head and into the stands. Wilson Ramos has just earned his pay for the day. A 2-run home run in the top of the 5th inning, and the scoreless tie is broken. The Cubs are ahead 2-0. James Paxton now batting. Top of the 5th inning, nobody out, nobody on. 2 runs already in, and here is a 2-1 pitch to Paxton. He pops it up on the infield. That's going to be playable in foul territory and caught for out number 1. Ian Happ now the batter with 1 out, nobody on. 1-1 count to Ian Happ. And Happ hits a ground ball against the shift. However, the third baseman recovers, grabs it, throws to first, and that is out number 2. Danny Santana now is the batter. 2 outs, nobody on. 2-2 count to Santana. Triggs with the pitch. Grounder past the first baseman into the right field corner. Santana rounding first, heading for second. He is going to get to second with a stand-up double. And the Cubs and Santana has a 2-out double, which will bring up Chris Bryant. 2 outs, runner in scoring position. Cubs looking to extend this 2-0 lead. Here's a 1-ball pitch to Bryant. And that's a liner down the left field line. That's going to score Santana as he rounds third and heading home. He will score without a throw. Bryant sliding in safely to second with a second consecutive double. And now the Cubs have a 3-0 lead. Triggs is now going to work to Ozuna with 1 out and a runner in scoring position. 2 outs and a runner in scoring position. Ozuna waiting for the 0-2 pitch. And he swings and misses for strike 3. That was a slider that went down and away, and Ozuna could not catch it. So we go to the bottom of the 5th. It is a 3-0 Cub lead. James Paxton now sent out to protect the lead will face DeBone to lead off the Giants half of the fifth. Here's a 2-2 pitch to Mauricio Dubon. And that is strike 3 called. Dubon is sent packing. That is strikeout number 6 on the day for James Paxton. And now Brandon Crawford is the batter. 1 out, nobody on. 0-2 pitch to Brandon Crawford. And that's a swing and a miss for strike 3. That was a fastball that was up and in, and he got Crawford to chase it. Hunter Pence now the batter with 2 outs, nobody on base, and a 1-ball count. The pinch hitter Pence waiting for the pitch from Paxton. Grounder back up the middle. Bogaerts has it. No throw to first, though, as Pence is safe on an infield single. Bogaerts felt like he did not have a play and just hung on to the ball rather than risk an error. Billy Hamilton now coming up for the Giants. 2 outs, runner on first. Giants trying to cut into the Cubs' lead. Here's a 1-ball pitch. And that is popped up on the infield. Bogaerts signaling for it and puts it away for out number 3. Well, the Giants get a base runner, but he does not score. We go to the top of the 6th. It is still 3-0 Chicago. Jackie Bradley is going to face the new Giant pitcher, Tyler Rogers. Rogers has thrown 26 2/3 this year, allowed 8 walks, 25 strikeouts, and a 2.70 ERA. Jackie Bradley is going to lead off for the Cubs in the top of the 6th inning as they send their 5, 6, and 7 batters up. Here's a 3-1 pitch to Jackie Bradley. And Bradley takes it high and in for ball 4, so he heads down to first. And Bogaerts is the next batter. Bogaerts waiting for the full count pitch. Rogers working. And that's lined into center field. That is going to be caught with an amazing play by Billy Hamilton out in center field. And Bradley had to scramble back to first to avoid getting doubled off. So Hamilton makes a diving catch in center field for the first out of the inning. Bradley is still standing on first. Jason Hayward is now the batter. 1 out, 1 man on. 3-0 pitch to Jason Hayward. That is outside. Hayward checks his swing, and he is awarded first with the walk. Now, Cubs have first and second, 1 out, and Wilson Ramos is the batter. Ramos with a 2-2 count, waiting for the pitch. And he swings and misses for strike 3. Ramos heads back to the dugout, victim of a slider on that strikeout. And now James Paxton coming up. He's going to bat for himself in the top of the 6th inning. Paxton 0 for 8 on the season and 0 for 2 today, waiting for the first pitch. And he lines that one to left field, right at the left fielder for the 3rd out of the inning. Paxton got a pretty good bat on that one, but directly at the left fielder and made the 3rd out of the inning. We go to the bottom of the 6th now. It is still 3-0 Cubs. Austin Slater leading off for the Giants, bottom of the 6th inning. Here's a full count pitch from Paxton. And that's a grounder toward short. Bogaerts has it. Throws to first for out number 1. Flores now the batter. 1 out, nobody on. 1-1 pitch to Wilmer Flores. And that's a grounder toward third. Bryant has it. Throws to first, and that is out number 2. Puig now batting with 2 outs, nobody on. Paxton working with a 1-ball count. Here's the pitch. Popped up to center. Coming in, Bradley has a line on it and makes the catch for out number 3. Giants are retired in order in the 6th. We go to the top of the 7th inning. It is 3-0 Cubs. Ian Happ is going to lead off against Tyler Rogers in the top of the 7th inning. Rogers issued 2 walks last inning. See if the Cubs can capitalize on his lack of control here in the 7th. Full count pitch. Happ waiting. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Got him with the sinker. And now there's 1 out, and Danny Santana is going to bat. With a 1-1 count. Santana waiting for the pitch. And he pops it up behind second base. That is going to be caught by the second baseman Dubon for out number 2. Chris Bryant now batting. 2 outs, nobody on. 1 strike pitch to Chris Bryant. And Bryant grounds towards short. The throw goes to first, and the Cubs are retired in order in the 7th. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning. It is still 3-0 Cubs. Buster Posey now batting for the Giants. He'll lead off against James Paxton, who's at 74 pitches in the bottom of the 7th inning. 1 strike count. Paxton waiting for the pitch. That's a liner over Bryant's head into left field. That's going to be a single for Buster Posey. Sanchez now the batter. Yolmer Sanchez comes up with no outs. 1 man on. He is 0 for 2 today. Facing James Paxton. Here's the first pitch. That's a grounder towards second. The throw goes to short. There is no relay to first, though, as the double play is broken up. And now, on the fielder's choice, Sanchez is safe on first. DeBone comes up to bat with 1 out, 1 man on. Here's the first pitch, and he pops it up on the infield. Bogaerts signals for it, and he makes the catch for out number 2. So Brandon Crawford now batting, 2 outs, runner on first. Giants trailing by 3. Paxton with the first pitch. And that's lined into left field. Ozuna runs to his left and makes the catch for out number 3. So the Cubs get out of the bottom of the 7th inning. We go to the top of the 8th now. It is still 3-0 Chicago. Ozuna batting, leading off for the Cubs against Tyler Rogers, who's coming out for inning number 3 in the top of the 8th inning. 1-2 count. Rogers facing Ozuna. Swing and a miss for strike 3. So Ozuna is punched out. And now Rogers will face Bradley. 1 out, nobody on. First pitch to Jackie Bradley. Here it comes. That's lined into left center field. That is going to go all the way to the wall. Bradley bangs that one off the wall and then slides into second with a 1-out double. So the Cubs in business here in the top of the 8th inning, trying to extend this 4-0 lead, bringing up Xander Bogaerts. Bogaerts waiting for the 1-1 pitch. And Bradley is going. He slides the throw to third, and Bradley is out. Bradley is thrown out trying to advance to third. Buster Posey has thrown out 19 base runners this year, and now Bogaerts is batting with 2 outs and nobody on base. Full count pitch to Xander Bogaerts. Grounder up the middle. Shortstop has it, throws to first for out number 3. The Cubs do not score. We go to the bottom of the 8th of a 3-0 ball game. James Paxton is going to face the next Giant pinch hitter, going to be Pablo Sandoval, here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Sandoval pinch hit in started yesterday's game. Sandoval hits a ground ball toward first. The first baseman, Santana Fields, throws to the pitcher covering the base for out number 1. Billy Hamilton now batting. He is 0 for 3 today. Paxton, doing his best Aaron Burr impersonation, is pitching with a 2-1 count. And Hamilton grounds weakly to second. Happ has it, throws to first, but Hamilton beats this one out for a single. I guess that was bound to happen eventually. Hamilton gets an infield single on a weakly hit ground ball, and that brings up Austin Slater with 1 out, 1 man on, and a 1-1 count. Paxton working. There's a ground ball in front of the plate. The throw goes to second. The lead runner is retired. Ramos makes a heads-up play to get the ball down to second. However, no double play is turned. So on the fielder's choice, Slater is safe on first. The lead runner is thrown out at second, and now Wilmer Flores is going to bat with 2 outs and 1 man on. Here's a 1-2 count from James Paxton. Grounder towards second. Happ has it, throws to first, and that is out number 3. Well, the Giants get a couple of base runners, but they do not score. We go to the top of the 9th of a 3-0 ball game. So Sam Selman is going to be the next Giant pitcher. He's thrown 29 1/3 innings this year, 20 walks, 46 strikeouts, and a 3.68 ERA. He is going to face Hayward Ramos and the pitcher's spot in the top of the 9th inning. 0-2 count. Selman pitching to Hayward. And here's the pitch. Hayward takes strike 3 called. That was a curve, and Hayward was frozen by it. Ramos now the batter. 1 out, nobody on. 1-2 count to Wilson Ramos. Swing and a miss for strike 3. He was swinging for the fences on that one. And now there are 2 outs, nobody on, and James Paxton is the next batter. Paxton with an 0-2 count waiting for the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Selman strikes out the side. We go to the bottom of the 9th of a 3-0 ball game. And now Edwin Diaz is going to be brought in for his first save opportunity as a Cub, which is interesting since Paxton was just allowed to bat for himself. But anyway, Edwin Diaz, 39 innings so far this year, 16 walks, 57 strikeouts, and a 3.23 ERA. Diaz will face Puig, Posey, and Sanchez in the bottom of the 9th inning. Here's a 1-2 count. Diaz converted 20 of 24 save opportunities this year, and he is pitching, and that is strike 3 swinging. A fastball at 97, and he sends Puig packing. Posey now batting with 1 out, nobody on. Here's a 1-2 pitch to Buster Posey. Swing and a miss for strike 3. He chased a fastball that was outside. And now Sanchez comes up with the Giants down to their final out. 2 outs, nobody on. And there's a pop up to left. Ozuna has a line on it, and he makes the catch for out number 3. So the Cubs are victorious 3-0 in San Francisco. The Cubs get 3 runs on 7 hits with no errors. Giants, no runs, 6 hits, no errors. The player of today's game is the Cubs' James Paxton, who threw 8 innings of shutout baseball, allowing 6 hits, no walks, and 7 strikeouts. Edwin Diaz gets his first save as a Cub. He throws the 9th, striking out 2. Andrew Triggs gets the loss for the Giants. He drops to 7-7. Throwing 5 innings, 6 hits, 3 runs, all earned, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts, and the home run allowed to Wilson Ramos. So the Cubs improved to 51-56 while the Giants dropped to 48-60. Thank you for watching Replacement Player Baseball.